Hello pole friends! Today we are going to learn how to invert. But before we move on, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like and comment on this video. Do it! Do it fast before my head explodes! So today we are going to talk about the inversion. One of the first steps we have as pole dancer, and it's a movement that requires a lot of strength from abs and from arms, and it is a difficult movement when you're starting because most of people are not used to this idea of being upside down, and they also don't use their arms and abs in that way, so your whole body has to get used to this new concept. So it's okay if it takes a little bit long for you to get to invert. For me, it took like 2 months to actually get to invert when I started doing pole dancing. Of course, when I started, I was doing like 1 class per week, and I was also doing some abs workout as well to help, but it was mostly like 1 class per week that I was doing, and then it took around 2 months to invert from the floor. So if you're like in your 3rd or 4th class and you're getting frustrated with the idea that you're not getting to invert, like, oh my god, I'm never gonna get it, don't worry, take your time. It is a difficult movement when you're starting, and even if you're doing for an even longer time and you're still not getting, like, I still have a lot of movements from like beginner's level that I still can't do, and I've been doing pole dancing for like 7 years. So maybe I could even do a video about it, like the beginner's movements that I still can't do. That could be a cool idea. So yeah, back when I started, I was dancing ballet before. That's what I used to do. So when we dance ballet, we don't focus so much in abs, core strength like we do in pole, and definitely not so much in the arms. So it was hard for me. I had to focus a lot and work a lot in these difficulties I have. But it's good to know that even if you have like no core and strength and previous workout, any previous work, you can just start from the beginning. You're gonna get there anyway. So I'm doing this video so I hope I can help you with some tips so that your way there to inversion is a little bit easier than mine and you can get there faster maybe. So let's start with some warm-ups. The focus here is to activate the muscles, you know, let them know that something that requires strength is to come. So it's good to do at least some push-ups and some ab workouts. Just a pause to say that it's like crazy hot here in Helsinki right now. So you're gonna notice in this video that I'm like sweating, doing all these inversions all the time, and in the next videos too, because I record many in the same day. So yeah, well, I just feel like flying back to Rio de Janeiro to cool off a little bit there. And well, but that doesn't matter, let's just like wipe the sweat away and let's go to the pole, do what's important. It's very important to understand the position of the body. Inside arm is wrapped around the pole, approximately on the direction of your shin. Outside arm grabs the pole right above the inside hand, but not too high. Pass your hips to the front of the pole. This part feels weird, but it actually helps a lot for you to lift your body. So here is what we usually feel like doing. Don't do that. I know it's tempting, but it's not gonna help you to understand the movement and build up the strength for you to do it with control of the movement. So don't. On this position we have good control of the movement. Now, first we try it with legs bent. Bend your knees, bring them up, and then extend them. That makes it easier. Then, when you're already building your strength, you can start doing it with your legs extended. One important tip is to bring your head down in the direction of the floor when you're inverting. And I know it's scary because we are not used yet to this idea of being upside down. You get afraid of falling, but you're not gonna fall. If you're scared of it, you can use a crashing mat to be safe, but you're probably not going to fall. So it's important to have this idea of like sending your head in the direction of the floor. It helps your body lifting. See, that's what happens when you don't bring your head to the direction of the floor. If you keep your head up, you're gonna need a lot more strength from your core to do the inversion. Also, as your hips are going up, your arms are extending. So it helps if we do everything in a synchronized way. As you try to lift your hips up, your arms are extending and your head is going to the direction of the floor. Now, I know this tip is controversial, but I'm gonna say it anyway because it worked pretty well for me, so I'm gonna say it. As long as you have your body perfectly aligned in the beginning, it's okay to give some kicking. It's okay to give this extra impulse just to get to invert for the first time. So I know a lot of people don't like that. The teachers usually don't like that because they think it's important for you to control the movement and have full control of your muscles and what you're doing. But in my point of view, it's very important that your body and your brain gets used to the idea of being upside down. So for me, it wasn't a problem doing some kicking in the beginning, getting upside down, and then my body and my muscles, they started understanding the whole thing. And then with a little bit more time and practice, I was being able to do it in a very controlled way and doing from height. So I recommend it to you. Some people may not like it. But if you're trying and you're still having trouble doing it, even with some kicking, there are some tips that you can do to improve your strength so that you get there. Bring your knees to your chest 5 times for each side. That will strengthen your core and your abs. So with time, you're going to be able to do it with some kicking, and with some more time, you'll be inverting with a controlled way with no difficulty. Grip tip. Most of the beginners, they still not use it to grip, so what to use, where to apply, which product. So for this movement, I recommend you to apply this kind of magnesium-based grips, you know, the ones that dry your skin, because there are the ones that are more like a glue, they stick. So I recommend you to apply this magnesium-based ones like here in the inside of your arm, and also on your hands, because if you use the one that's more like glue, I don't like it for that, because when you start sweating it gets more slippery, it makes a mess, so not for that. For other parts of the body it's good, but for this one use the ones that dries. So that's it for today, guys. I really hope my tips here help you start inverting, and I hope you get excited about doing movements upside down on the pole, because it's so much fun. At least I get really happy when I'm upside down. So if you liked the video, press the like button here and subscribe to my channel, and I see you next week. Leave me a comment telling me if the tips were helpful. I really want to know that. Use the hashtags JulieFrota and SplitsProject, and see you next week.